RV here, getting ready to work on the John Deere A a little bit more. Getting ready to do a manifold gasket. To do that, you have to pull the head off. So we'll be working on that here the next couple days. So let me kind of show you what we got going on here. So let's see. So what we got is, in order to place the manifold, you can see this gasket right here, how wore out it is. Most of the time it's not a big deal. However, on this one right here, it's leaking. So it's not allowing the tractor to run very good at an idle. So that's what we're having to fix. So to do that, I'll have to pull the valve cover off, probably the valve train off, obviously the carburetor, the tube, the exhaust pipe, and the head. The head should be able to slide forward and be able to turn sideways and lift out of there. And my idea is I'm going to machine down the head, get a nice clean surface there. I'll machine down the manifold. I bought some studs, new gasket set, and that should get us going. So that's what we're going to be doing to this thing. Finally got it in the shop here at work. Got a nice shop space, and it shouldn't take us too long to go ahead and do that. So we're pretty good. Okay, so the first step here is to drain the radiator, and to do that I just got a drain plug right at the bottom and just gotta let it go. Already filled one 5-gallon bucket. I forget how many gallons this thing took. I want to say it was somewhere around 10, maybe 11. So that's gonna be step one. Step two will probably be taking the carburetor off and taking the exhaust pipe off and seeing where we're at from there. Okay, I just want to update on this here. Obviously I'm getting ready to pull the head out. On this particular model, this is what I had to do to be able to get it freed up enough to get it out. It's going to be really tight steel. Pain in the butt. So the biggest thing, fan shaft, I had to remove the bracket in the front. That goes up, and then I'm using a strap to hold that fan shaft up, which gives me just enough play so it can sneak through here. So now that I've got it slid like this, I can lift it up a little bit more, curve it sideways, and should be able to slide it out one side or the other. So loads of fun. It took me a little bit to get here. Do the drain plug at the bottom, have to have that completely out, and of course the line out and everything. So there's where we're at. Okay, so I just wanted to make a couple notes on this here. Okay, to get the manifold off, I just kind of worked it back and forth and wedged stuff in there. It was stuck on the bolts. I do have new studs, so I'll be taking these studs out, getting this nice and cleaned up, and then putting new studs in. So yeah, obviously it's cast, so you want to be careful hitting on it. So use an impact hammer. This one's full of sand, so that makes all the difference. And then that's how you get that off, and that's ready to go. And then looking at the cylinders, you can see where they're at. This one has some oil in the back, so I may have a bad ring on that one. I'm going to try a couple different things to fix that without having to replace it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so we're back to working on the tractor today. I've got the manifold in the mill here, and pretty much what I'm going to do is just scrape down this nice and flat. Shouldn't take a whole lot. I've got this leveled off, and I'll just be taking passes on it until it's nice and flat. The reason why I'm doing that is it's really rough, and then when I put a new gasket on there, I want it to seal really well. So I'll be doing this with this, and more than likely with the head as well. Okay, so this is kind of the process. What I've done is I've gone by hand with the cranks and kind of moved around, got it surfaced off, and now I'm just going to take passes back and forth on it. That way I can catch the high spots and level it out. So this will take a little while. We'll be taking multiple things. The goal is to get that completely flat. It's pitted pretty bad, rust pits in a couple areas, so we will get her. Okay, so I've taken a couple passes, and I think this will probably be my final pass. Just going to take it slow and over across the cut patterns and everything. Let's go at that. Alright, so we're finishing up on this. What I'm going to do is go ahead and do some cross hashes now and kind of get it leveled off, because you can see the past strokes with it. So that'll get all that taken care of. Make it look uniform. While it's doing that, I'm actually working on the manifold bolts here. getting them out, and it's just slow and tedious work. So lots of heat. I don't have my oxygen acetylene cartridges available today, so having to use my little torch, heat it up, let it cool down, heat it up, let it cool down. Do that a few times and you work them loose. So that's the trick with that. Nothing fast about that one. Okay, as you can see, I've gotten 3 of the 4 studs out, and it just takes some time. If I had oxygen acetylene, it would be a lot faster, but this does work. I let it heat for about 10 minutes, and then turn it off, let it cool down, kind of tap on the bolt a little bit, work it back and forth, see if it'll move a little bit, and then heat it up again, and then when I turn off the torch, I'll move it back and forth again, and maybe let it cool down some more, and then it should come loose. Might have to do that a couple times, but that is how you can get them out. Okay, so I've had a pretty good day. We got this all cleaned up. It's all smooth and ready to go. The head's all cleaned up, ready to go. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I didn't break any studs, so we're happy about that. I'll probably go ahead and chase these before I go ahead and put the new studs in, and we'll be there.